Tech and clips.
Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back with some more from the family band Mission Souls performing this song Hold Me Now, version by Wayne Wonder. Yes, I know Wayne Wonder. Back in the day, the only song I think I've heard from Wayne Wonder is No Letting Go. Yes, used to be one of my favorite songs. But from the title here saying Hold Me Now version by Wayne Wonder. So let me know down in the comment section, is there like another version, aside with Wayne Wonder's version? Please let me know down in the comment section. To put this out there, I've never really heard this song, so I'm going in blind. Going to listen to it from the perspective of this family band, Mission Souls, and after that, as usual, I'll definitely give my honest take about it. Yes, let's take a listen. Whoa.
Searching for some perfect world we know we'll never find.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
perhaps I should leave here, go far away. But you know that there's nowhere that I'd rather be than with you here today. Hold me now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right, guys. So that was Mission Souls performing the song titled "Hold Me Now," version by Wayne Wonder. Once again, I mean, going into this performance, I definitely have to be honest with you guys. Like I said from the beginning, I haven't heard the Wayne Wonder version, so I'm experiencing, this purely from what it is, in the moment, without any expectations, and honestly, I feel like how that works, in the performances in the favor right from the start. I feel like the vibe, is super super warm, super super inviting. There is something about that laid back in the reggae groove, that instantly settles you in. I have to say that it doesn't, feel rushed or overproduced. It feels lived in, like a band that's genuinely enjoying the music together. That's one of the things, that stood out, to me. The chemistry, you can tell this is a family band, because the connection, feels natural, not forced. Vocally, I have to say the performance, is really, really solid, across the board. The lead, has a smooth, control tone that I feel like it carries the emotions, without overdoing it. There is also a calm confidence, in the delivery. No unnecessary vocal acrobatics. Just letting the melody breathe, and then those harmonies, they come in, and I feel like that's where things really, really elevate. The blend feels tight, it feels balanced and intentional. Nobody is fighting for space, and everyone is serving the song. Musically, the arrangement, leans into that, mellow, groove driven, sort of style. The rhythm section, definitely keeps everything grounded, whilst the guitars, and the keys, also add just enough texture, without crowding the vocals. To me, it's the kind of arrangement that doesn't try to impress you, with complexity. It pulls you in, with feel, and I feel like that's that's a big win, for this kind of song. What I really, really appreciate that is how emotionally accessible, the performance is. Even without knowing the original version, the message, comes through clearly. It feels like a song, about connection, about holding on to someone in a moment, that matters. And the band definitely communicated that without being overly dramatic. I also love the fact that it's subtle, but I mean, it's definitely subtle, but it lands. If I had to be critical, in a fair way, I'd say the performance, plays it, a bit safe. It stays, comfortably within its lane, and doesn't take, big risks or, interpret the song, in a bold way. But at the same time, that restraint, might be exactly, what makes it work. Not every performance, needs to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes, delivering the song, with sincerity and cohesion is more than enough. Yeah. So overall, I have to say that this is a really, 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 enjoyable, easy to listen, performance. It's got heart, definitely got heart. It's got groove, and most importantly, it feels genuine. And coming in, without any prior attachment, to the Wayne Wonder version, I'd say, this stood on its own and it gave, a complete experience. That's always a strong sign that a cover, is doing something right. I loved it. I've not heard the original, like I said from the beginning, but watching this family band perform this song, was such a vibe. Yeah. So guys, let me know your thoughts about this performance. Let me know what you think. Let me know if aside we wonder there's another version, and if you guys would like for me to check it out, do a reaction review, whatever to it. Let me know down in the comment section, guys. If you enjoyed this reaction, if you enjoyed this review, make sure to smash the like button, comment, share all the good stuff. My name is Philip, and on to the next music reaction. Take care, stay safe, peace out.